We can't believe it, but Nampa is one of the hottest real estate markets in the entire country right now, but it is gorgeous, and there's a lot that you need to know. It's not just a little spot on the map anymore. With over 100,000+ residents and growing and new construction, there's shopping. We want to talk about Nampa and everything that it makes up. Shawn's been a long time resident there. So what we're going to do is we're going to really explain everything you need to know about Nampa, plus jump on the map and show you all the different streets where the shopping is, the lakes, the playing, the fun, the whatever. So everything you need to know about Nampa is coming up next. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Jackson Wilkie.
Shawn Tomich.
That's right. We are the Living in Boise team. If this is your first time to this channel, you want to learn everything about what it's like to work, eat, sleep, live, play right here in Boise. Make sure you tap that subscribe button and you click the little bell so you're notified every time we do a new video. And we honestly get so many phone calls, emails, texts for people moving and relocating here. We absolutely love it. So thinking about moving anywhere in the Boise area, make sure you give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving to Boise, Idaho. Take me back, Shawn. What made you want to move out of Kuna and go to Nampa? What was that reason?
Well, the biggest reason was when I made my move, it was about 16 years ago, and the exact same thing was going on then, which was going on right now. And we had this huge influx, this huge demand for housing here in Idaho and in the Treasure Valley. And so because of that, when I sold my home in Kuna, I could have, moved to Meridian or Boise and moved that direction. But for myself personally, I don't mind a little bit of commute, and I like a lot more land and home for my money. So I chose to move out to Nampa, which is just moving out to a little bit more of a rural area than living in the middle of the city or living in Boise. And it's really only, maybe 15 to 20 minutes from Boise.
Right. And that, you brought up an interesting point. So from, we get pinpointed as like today, the Boise and even in North Idaho, like Coeur d'Alene markets, all of Idaho is just insane, right? But this has been going on for decades and decades. And I like that you said that. I remember in 2002 reading the news from the USA Today saying that Coeur d'Alene, Idaho up north was the fastest growing economic city in the nation. So this has been going on for quite some time. But I really want to get into Nampa because this is an area that, a lot of people, Meridian, Nampa. But what I want to do is let's just have you pull up the map here real quick and go through it. Talk about where, how this is developed, what it's close to, how close it is to Meridian, downtown Boise, and also just like what makes up Nampa. So we've got you on the screen here. Why don't you talk about your little backyard?
Yeah, absolutely. So Nampa, number one, it's very, very large in size. And so there's a ton of room to grow. And so coming in from Meridian here, you'll see, in fact, Wahoo's is right here, and that's located in Meridian. We're going to coming in Meridian on the I-84. That brings us directly to Nampa, and the first Nampa exit's going to be Garrity. And that takes you actually, what's really cool, if you get off right at the Garrity exit, this is down where the Idaho Center is. In fact, I wonder if it's going to come up on the map here. Where is it?
Yep, right there, Fort Idaho Center.
Yep. So the Fort Idaho Center right there, that is, you're going to have a lot of concert venues there. In fact, any major concert venue that comes to the Treasure Valley, comes to the Boise area, pretty much is going to be right there. I've seen several country concerts there, as well as some other really good concerts. I think I saw Eminem there when I was in my 20s.
Yeah.
And Snoop Dogg in the Up in Smoke tour back then. But
bring it back. Bring it back.
Yeah. But so that's right there. Also PBR, so Professional Bull Riding Association, or Professional Bull Riding Association is PBR holds their events there, and that is huge in Idaho, and that thing is packed when they have the PBR.
Yeah, and for the families too, that's where state is held too. So around this area, I remember playing basketball in there, and they actually have a huge outdoor area too, grass. So for outdoor concerts, That's the
Yep.
cool thing about Nampa, even Meridian, these areas. Here you are, like next to all the shopping and the Idaho Center, so you really are close to all the action, but you can kind of have like that woodsy Idaho feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. Yep, you are correct. But so that's the Idaho Center. Like I said, lots of concert venues. Just like you said, any sporting events where kids are going to be going to state or nationals or regionals or anything like that. It's going to be hosted pretty much right there. But Nampa is a very old city, and there's a lot of older homes that are in Nampa. In the middle of the city in Nampa, that's going to be where you're going to find a lot of the older construction of like the 40s and 50s, and if you like that older style of home, that is a really good place for you to actually be shopping, because you can get a very affordable home that's built in the 40s or 50s, and you can do a lot of cool things in it or to it, and you can do that right in Nampa.
Yep. So take us over to where the shopping is, because that's another thing that really made Nampa cool, is it's self-sustained.
So there's a Nampa marketplace. In fact, let me actually just pull that up.
Mm-hmm.
Marketplace near Nampa. There we go. We pull up the Nampa marketplace, and I'll zoom in a little bit, and I'll actually pull up some of the shopping that's there. And like I told you earlier, Nampa is very much self-sustained. In fact, we have all of the national shopping and any national chains, large chains, and things like that you can think of. We pretty much have all that, but we also have a lot of really cool mix of mom and pop places and lots of small business owned, family owned restaurants and stores and things like that. But we also have everything else that we need. So over here in the Nampa marketplace, you'll see that we have Target, Michaels, Kohl's, everything is in there that you need. There's also, as far as dining over there, you've got, why am I drawing a blank? Olive Garden. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Olive Garden. So you got Olive Garden and places like that, TGI Fridays, sectioned over there. And so you've got a nice, good mix of shopping. And then also Dick's Sporting Goods is over there. So any of your sporting goods things. And then I think that there's another sporting goods place over there as well. Yeah.
Cool. So now take us through, what we want to do is paint the picture that Nampa, you're not right next to Boise. You are really, you border Meridian basically, but take us south a little bit, a couple of the different styles and neighborhoods. And then you're a lake goer. We're lake goers. We love the outdoors. So that's where you're spending a lot of time hiking, boating, fishing, that kind of stuff too. Right. So what really makes up, Nampa?
So, yeah, absolutely. So as far as neighborhoods are concerned, there's some of the newer construction that's really nice that I want to highlight is actually going to be over by the golf course, which is over by the lake over here.
Yep.
Let's see if I can pick it up here.
Yeah, and so there's the Red Hawk.
Here we go. So there's actually a few newer, like this Carriage Hill West right here. There's a couple newer neighborhoods in here. And there's some newer development. In fact, this is a really good place to be because of your proximity to the lake and because of this golf course. This golf course is actually a really nice golf course. It was just put in a few years ago, and it pretty much borders the lake. In fact, there's a couple holes where you can see parts of the lake from it. As far as the lake, yes, this is Lake Lowell. It starts in the Nampa corridor, Nampa section over here, as you can see, and then it extends all the way through Caldwell. So you actually have a couple boat ramp options. You have a boat ramp that's on the Nampa side. There's one like right around here, and then one right next to it. And then there's a less trafficked one over on the Caldwell side. Me personally, I live over in this Greenhurst and 12th area over here. And for me, I have a boat, and we take our boat right over to Lake Lowell, and it's literally, maybe 10 minutes. A 10-minute trek over here to the lake, and we are boating. And so we love the proximity of the lake right there and that golf course. And so, yeah, there's lots of new housing that's going in right in that corridor right there.
Yeah. And we drove through that. I remember we were vlogging just to show some of our clients, and we've helped clients too, but let's talk about the differences of like a new construction home. You're next to a lake, golf course. But
Hmm.
how much more of a house can you get there than, maybe Eagle, but yet you're still getting incredible schools, shopping, all that stuff.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
There you go. That's a great
The
detail.
well, I was sure if it was going to show up or not. Let
Some
me
of
see
these
if I can.
maps, yeah, they get outdated. They're not actually updated. It's an older picture kind of, but you can see how they're starting to. It's all farmland, and they're really starting to build it out,
Yep.
which
So
makes it
you
great.
can see, yeah. So especially right here next to this golf course, you've got all of this. This is all new housing or newer housing. And
Mm-hmm.
then, yeah, this is a little bit older because all of this around the golf course is all filled up with housing now.
Yep.
In fact, most of this is housing. They just put a new gym down here in Idaho Fitness Factory, so you literally have a 24-hour gym that's right here on the corner.
Sweet. Yep.
So yeah, all of this is actually all built out right now.
Yeah, and that's one thing, with our clients reaching out all the time. This is something, Shawn's obviously living here, and we're helping throughout the entire Boise market. But where are some of these new hot pockets? That's stuff that
Yeah,
we're keeping tabs on.
one thing that you did mention though, as far as like what you can get. So let's go in here. So if I got this house right here and I'm on the golf course, I've got a nice lake view. Let's say I was in Eagle and
Yep.
I was on the golf course with a view of the river right here. That would probably cost you 1.3, maybe 1.5 in Eagle.
Yep.
But over here in Nampa, I could probably get you into something over here on the golf course looking at the lake. Maybe in the sixes,
Yep.
maybe in the fives and sixes in Nampa. So that's going to tell you, like, again, you're going to be able to get something that almost for half of what you'd be able to get it for an Eagle and still get the exact type of custom home, beautiful, beautiful home. It's just in a different location.
Yep. Again, why when you reach out and you're like, no, I just love that tighter, to downtown Boise and that Eagle style right along the river, we'll place you there. But man, once people are like, no, I really like the outdoors and more space and stuff, and they'll lean maybe towards a Caldwell, Middleton, areas. That's what we want to know is why you are moving here, so we can place you. Because yeah, I mean, we're Idahoans, we love our space, so to be able to stretch that budget out and talk about, I mean, a trip into downtown Boise and stuff, it's not too long for us, right? Like, what is that typical trip?
Not. So like myself, and I live kind of like what I would consider a little further out in Nampa in this Greenhurst area. It literally takes me to get to work because I have my office in Boise.
Mm-hmm.
It literally takes me only 20, 25 minutes to get from my house to work. So it's funny that because a lot of my clients are coming in from California and Seattle and Washington, lots of places like that. And they're like, okay, so, how much of a commute am I looking at? And I'm like, well, if I put you in Nampa and you're working in Boise, that's, you're probably going to have a commute of about 20 to sometimes 30 minutes. And if we have bad traffic, it could be 40, 45 minutes. And they start laughing at me.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, no. They're like, Shawn, no, that's not traffic.
And you're hauling ass too. Yeah.
When they have traffic, they're talking like an hour and a half to 2 hours to get to work. And so, when we're talking a commute from Nampa to Boise, we're talking 25 minutes.
Yep, and that's the cool that you are right on the major freeway, 84. So I mean, you're cruising
Absolutely.
real quick. You can head out west to Oregon quickly, that kind of stuff. So you have the major freeway there. So now Nampa's been exploding. I mean, there's so many people there. There's great schools. We always talk about this in a lot of videos. We don't want to steer in any way and talk about schools, but there's no real bad schools. But what are some of the areas, or what is Nampa doing, and where are some of the schools for these kiddos? Are they close to these neighborhoods?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, let me try to pull one up that is a fairly newer high school. It's called Columbia. In fact, if you see that picture of it, it's probably built within the last 5 years. Beautiful school. Let me see if I can get how updated this satellite is. Yeah, so look at this. So here's the Columbia High School. This is right off of Happy Valley. This is straight down to my house. That's a brand new high school. It's absolutely gorgeous. These fields are actually still fields over here, but then you have all this housing. And so all these people right here, in fact, if you've got a high school student or a student that's and you're moving over here and you want them to be in Columbia, I could literally find a home right here within walking distance of that high school, of that track. So when your kids are, going to school, you could be over here running on this track or, doing whatever you want to do. But yeah, absolutely. This is just all housing right here.
and still paint the picture. I mean, we drive through here. There's farm fields all over here still.
Yeah. Yes, the thing about and what we know this because we live here, and farms are food,
Yep.
and so we have cornfields everywhere. We have potato fields everywhere. You know, this is actual. This is real. It's awesome, honestly. Like, I love driving from the city and then just driving through a cornfield, and then every once in a while you have to slow down because there's a corn truck that just got done, you know, picking up all the corn in the field, and it's just piled full of corn and doing, you know, 20 miles an hour down the road. And yeah, you're gonna have to slow down. You know why? Because farms are food. We all eat that corn. We all use it for fuel. We all use it for sugar. We all use it for everything. And that's just a part of life here. And we all kind of know that. And we all kind of relax and be like, oh, you know, that guy's got to get from one field to the next. And we appreciate that and respect that. And we respect those farmers, because if we didn't have them, we wouldn't have food, and we wouldn't have fuel and everything that we use for corn and all that stuff.
Yeah, we got to pay homage to our farmers. Love that.
Absolutely.
That was a good map view, you know, really understanding Nampa. It's exploding, but so are all of these areas. And again, it really boils down to lifestyle and things that you like, styles of homes. I mean, there's different styles of homes in these pockets. So we really just love, you know, having that initial reach out and Zoom call. And we pull up the map like this all the time, especially, you know, Shawn. And the one thing he mentioned is, I can get you into this house. A lot of times, a lot of these homes aren't for sale. So what Shawn's doing behind the scenes to actually, you know, find these certain styles of homes, and the team to really find the style of home you want is the back door, the prospecting, and all, obviously, you know, knowing so many people here too. So did you have anything else you wanted to show on the map before we go?
Oh, no, just kind of you know, just zooming into a couple neighborhoods and just trying to see if I could, you know, maybe even just show like
too. Like, those are big. The one thing I've loved about, you know, the Nampa, the big open lots.
Yeah, so this is actually driving through my neighborhood that I live in, and you can see this is a typical house in my neighborhood. Very large home site. In fact, in my neighborhood here, most of these home sites are a lot of them are half acres and quarter acres, and like in fact, this gentleman right here, he's got a really nice home here. This sits on a full half acre. Jeez. This is a 3-story home that backs up to the park right here. I mean, yeah, so this is Nampa living. This is kind of what you're going to get, the traditional ranch style home. This is the majority of the homes and what they look like right here in Nampa.
Big old 3-car. You see the RVs there. Everybody has their toys. So yeah, that's a really cool view. Again, that's it. I mean, just understanding and the tours, you know, it's a feel thing too. You may think, oh my gosh, Nampa, that is what I want. And then you drive through, you're like, it's just, I'm not feeling it, right? And then you know, Shawn, we ask these questions. Okay, I know 2-3 areas, maybe up in Star where you get this shop attached to your house, and you're you know, by the racetrack, all these kind of things, and you're like, okay, I feel that. So that's really what it is understanding your lifestyle again and reaching out. So the only way that we can help you do that is you do have to reach out. You got to give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. Days, nights, weekends, we got your back when moving to Boise, Idaho. And until the next video, guys, we'll catch you later.
Thanks a lot.